Navaholo Technical and Vocational College in Navaholo Sub-County of Kakamega County is a center of excellence in building and civil engineering. The college management is happy to announce that January 2022 intake is ongoing for holders of both KCPE and KCSE for artisan, certificate and diploma courses in building technology, civil engineering, land survey, plumbing, carpentry and joinery, welding and fabrication, water engineering, ICT, resource management, social work, supply and chain management, general agriculture, and many more. We are registered by the Ministry of Education. As a TVET institution and a center for NEC and CASNEB examinations that boasts of coveted learning activities, facilities sitting on a 5.5-acre land purchased by NGCDF Navaholo constituency at par with national standard.
I'm the principal of Navaholo Technical and Vocational College, situated in Navaholo constituency. We opened the doors for the students in January 2020. We have 4 departments which we offer. It is in fact a center of excellence in the building and civil engineering. So we have a building and civil engineering department, we have ICT department, we have new departments which are now becoming business department and agriculture department. So we have courses in such. We are welcoming students from all over Kenya, especially around the institution, as we said, is in Navaholo.
Navaholo Technical and Vocational College is located 1 kilometer from Navaholo Division headquarters near Chebeyusi Secondary School and 400 meters off Kakamega Nambacha Bungoma Road. Since we admit all government and private sponsored students under Kenya Universities and Colleges Placement Service. Welcome to Navaholo Technical and Vocational College. We value quality education and offer superb training to students at affordable school fees. The government will pay 30,000 shillings as bursary. In addition, Higher Education Loans Board gives 40,000 shillings for school fees and pocket money, which is available, thus the training is nearly free. Call us now, 0721 589977. That is 0721 589977. Email us at navaholotvc@gmail.com. Intake is now going on with applications. Navaholo Technical and Vocational College, Center of Excellence in Building and Civil Engineering.
Na mpenzi mtazamaji, karibu katika habari za utendeti na za kufa wewe mtazamaji wetu. I'm that one guy who loves to talk about many topics.
Maisha Prime News, Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. Trusted, unbiased, authoritative. Local news should live to your expectations. It should be reliable and most definitely accurate, keeping it local and giving you the facts, especially the breaking. That's why at Maisha Television Kenya, we value you, we inform you, educate you, and advocate for your views. Trusted news, trusted sources, trusted dissemination of information. That's why there is nothing more important to us than getting it right. Maisha Television News, we are here for you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a second part of PLG Politics, Leadership and Governance. My name is Rida Chebet Kering. You can send in your comment on 0746 999 841. You can also leave your comment on our social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Maisha Television Kenya, Instagram and Twitter at Maisha TV KE. I'm joined by Honorable Alex Wanzala, who is a political analyst, and he is helping me dissect these political topics. And as I promised earlier, I said that in our second part we're going to focus on local politics. But before we get there, we're going to start first with the issue to do with the ODM leader Raila Odinga. Do you think that Raila should pick a running mate from Mount Kenya, as said by Moses Kuria, who is saying that Raila should pick Martha Karua as his running mate, or maybe he should pick Oparanya, who is the Kakamega governor?
Well, thank you, Chebet. First of all, we had a handshake, and people should be aware of that. They should not forget that easily. We had a handshake between Raila Odinga and the president. So, to me, there's a coalition government looming up, and through that, I can't say that Raila can be able to take Oparanya as his running mate come 2022, because we had some MOU that should be signed. And I think the only thing that can be able to bring that on board, it's either he picks one from Jubilee Party, because we have been hearing people talking about the Jubilee ODM pact, come 2022. So I think to me it is very conspicuous that there's a coalition government. That one is a full assurance of it. And since that one is there, to me it is very clear that Raila Odinga should, not must, but he should be able to pick the running mate from Mount Kenya, because that is the Jubilee Party we're talking about.
By talking about Mount Kenya, who exactly? Martha Karua, or maybe Peter Kenneth, because we've seen that he is making rounds with Peter Kenneth?
Yes, well, there's a very big possibility, and I think, let me just go back to what we've been talking about Waiguru, because Waiguru has now been able to give a clear path to Martha Karua, because right now it's going to be a direct domination to Martha Karua if she decides to.
But we have Ngirishi, who also has a great popularity in Kirinyaga.
Well, Ngirishi is vying for UDA party. So I think Martha Karua, they can be able to form a coalition between North Kenya, that is for Martha Karua, and Jubilee Party, because affiliations are there. Coalitions are there to be able to strengthen the political process. So I think there's a big possibility. Yes. If not Peter Kenneth, maybe Martha Karua. But according to me, I think Martha Karua can be the best candidate for running mate of BAMBA come 2022.
Wow, and now let's shift now to Western politics. Yes. There have been wrangles which has really lasted for a very long time between the two factions in Ford Kenya Party. And just before I ask your question, what can you say about Ford Kenya Party?
Well, first of all, we do respect, because Ford Kenya is a very old party, and being older, it's a very strong party. But we have had a lot of disagreements. We have had a lot of cleavage between the top management of the party. To me, because I've heard, and we are in the ground, and we are listening to what people are saying, and you see, wananchi, they are eligible and they're entitled to to express themselves the way they want to feel. Because when you walked around the street of Bungoma town, that is the the strongest ground of Ford Kenya Party. But right now things are changing. In Luya we say Vindu Vicheja. People have started now to talk other terms. But let me take you back, because our senator, that is Honorable Moses Tangula, is a very strong lawyer and a person of influence in his particular background. So Wetangula has been the party leader for Ford Kenya for a while. And I think, according to me, he has had a very big influence in terms of membership, in terms of even trying to lobby, other regions to bring other regions on board. Because you remember, even in Kibra election, we had a candidate from Ford Kenya, and that is the through the courtesy of Moses Wetangula. So I can't be able to downgrade you know, his capacity in terms of leadership of Ford Kenya. But right now we have heard that there's two forces that are being pushed to the management of Ford Kenya. We have heard that is the member of parliament for Kandui, and the Secretary General of the party, that is Eseli, who is a member of parliament for Tongareni. They are, you know, they are trying to take the leadership of the party. And I think I don't want to, you know, to speculate, but I think for Kenya as a party, it has principalities, it has the constitution that governs it. And I think to me, what I can say, because if the top management can be able to bring a bad picture of the party, then it means people on the ground, they don't have options but to defect from other political parties. That's why we are, you know, and it's very unfortunate that in Western Kenya we cannot be able to vote as a bloc. I'm not saying that we should be supporting, you know, a party like a village party, you know, but what I'm trying to imply here is that we should also be able to read on the same page with our leaders, because when wananchi read the same page with the leaders, that's where the development comes. But when wananchi goes astray and they are following other people, and their leaders, they cannot be able to control. It's like, you know, ni kama nyumba. Baba kama hizi control watoto, sasa hii nyumba itakuwa na magani. It means watoto watakuwa wanaweza fanya anything they want to do, which wanaweza enda astray. So I think kutakuwa na ile stability. That is what is happening here in Western region. And I think it is very unfortunate. And we as youth leaders, we are looking upon these people because they are the ones who are supposed to inspire us in our region. Because, for example, if you ask a young guy right now that who do you want to become, and he wants to become a member of parliament, but akiangalia pale juu anaona very confused element, and I think that is very unfortunate. So both our senator, who I have a very respect to him, that is Mosaka, that is Honorable Moses Wetangula, and you know, Eseli and Wamunyini should be able to come together. Let them have you know, talk. Let them have a moment of truth, because sisi kama wananchi, we need a way forward. Watu wao, they need a way forward. What is the way forward? Because kama tukianza hizi clashes, what about the presidency? Wetangula wants to become the president of this country. You know, it will be very hard. And so I think inatakana waanzie hapa nyumbani. And we saw the splinter faction led by the Kandui member of parliament and the Secretary General, that is the Simiyu. They are accusing Moses Wetangula of running the party as his own, as in anaiendesha ni kama ni yake. And they are saying that they want to change that. Do you think that maybe Wetangula has been running the party like... Well, I've been following, you know, the entire leadership of, and the entire process of how Ford Kenya is being, you know, driven. And that's like I've told you, that Wetangula has been trying, but you know, you cannot be able to do it alone. You need people. That's why we have the top executive management. But if there's a problem within the top management, then there's a problem. Also on the other side, because right now I can just call it speculations. You know, rumors, sometimes rumors can be able to get into the minds of people, and people decide to say that this guy is strong, you know. Currently, I'm not a member of Ford Kenya. But according to my own views, you know, I can say this, that there was a very official way, a very legit way that can be able to, you know, to bring a solution to that particular party. You know, if member of parliament for Kandui and Eseli saw that there's a problem with the management or how the party was being driven, then why did they decide to plot a coup? That's where the problem is, because plotting a coup is not the right way of you know, bringing a solution. We have the party disciplinary committee. We have, I am sure they have all the you know, the structure or the framework that's supposed to be followed to be able to bring a solution to the party. But you know, going through and using dubious means to be able to bring someone down, I need to be, that one is very unfortunate and it's very wrong. And during the National Delegates Conference that is NDC held at the Bomas of Kenya, it seems that this chaos is still there, because during the process, one person was, even one delegate was shot. Do you think that maybe this e-vita between the two factions of the Ford Kenya party will end anytime soon? First of all, Chebet, the National Delegation Conference is very vital to any political party. And you remember very well the group of Wakinaiseli walikuwa wameshikidoli out to be on 6th, and Wetangula to be on 4th. So each and every party is being pushed because wanajua how important the delegation meeting is.
Yeah.
This is where they endorse. They endorse the person who is going to carry the spear of that political party. And I think what happened today, because they have had it today, what happened today to me is very unfortunate because if, for instance, because we have had that, you know, the High Court had given them the white flag to be able to do it. Then we also had that that particular, what is it called?
The political party.
The political party tribunal. The tribunal went against that particular thing. So where the problem is? Because there's a confusion between now the High Court and the tribunal. That's where the problem is. And I think that is where the motive of this particular fracas is. It's not even those people who are pushing it. Because on the side, Raila thinks is okay. Wetangula thinks is okay in running that particular process. And on the other side, Wakina Munyinyi thinks it's very wrong because the tribunal goes against it. So also there's this problem to do with our judicial system.
Yeah.
And this agency. So I think, but what happened today, I can't be able to second it. It's very unfortunate. And when a person is being shot, to us it creates a very bad image. Even
the questions that many people are asking is how did that delegate manage to get into the meeting, into the NDC with a gun?
Well, that's where the problem is. And you see, in this country, anything can happen. You remember even, you know, there's a time, member from Nyali, he went to with the gun inside the National Assembly. So that one is possible. Tuko na watu wengi ambao wanafanya mambo tofauti tofauti. So maybe I can't be able to judge on that. But I can't second it. The way I've told you, it was very unfortunate. And if it was something which was planned, I think the government, through the police service, should be able to carry the investigation and know the perpetrators should be brought to book. Yes.
Yeah, and the NDC held at the Bomas of Kenya, they have unveiled Ford Kenya Party leader as Moses Wetangula and also as the flag bearer of the party in the presidential election that is in 2022. Now, what is next move for Eseli and Omunyinyi together with the Bungoma governor Wangamati?
Well, to me, I think consultations will be made because we can't beat our chest when it comes to leadership. You know, consultations are the best remedy when it comes to bringing solutions.
Yes.
And since Wetangula has been endorsed, and I think that process cannot be able to be reversed. So I think, to me, it's my opinion that, and you know, I have very good respect to Wamnyinyi because Wamnyinyi has been my member of parliament for a very long time. We were born here in the country constituency. So I can't say that Wamnyinyi is on the wrong side, or rather on Judge Eseli, because they are the members and they do understand what is conspiring in that particular political party. But what I can be able to urge the top leadership of Kenya, that they can be able to have consultations meeting, let them engage in truth, and I'm sure they're going to find solution. Because we have only a few months to electioneering period. And I think right now, if they decided now to use, you know, forces and kujipiga kifua, they are going even to affect people on the ground. Because as we understand, Africa is our business and our people will only follow what the leaders tell them. So if a leader will be able to tell people, you know, we cannot agree on this, kwa ground we cannot agree on this, that is not our party leader. And we don't want to go that direction. So I think right now what those people should be doing, they should be able to indulge in truth. Yes. And resolve that.
Yeah, so in the meeting of 4th that they endorsed Wetangula as the party leader, what if they hold the other faction, also the NDC on Saturday, and they endorse another leader as the party leader?
You know, we are trying to avoid confusion. We are trying to avoid confusion as far as possible, and I am praying that we don't have another NDC meeting because it's going to bring chaos and fracas by the end of the day. If this meeting was not legit, it wouldn't be happened. Because if the High Court decide to give them, you know, the way forward, why are they rejecting it by the end of the day? And you see, the process should be followed. These political parties, that's what I've told you, they have constitution that, you know, govern them. People should be able to follow the constitution, however how much is not trying to favor you. When we were pushing for BBI, it was not favoring other people. But you see, we had to go through the process. That's it, tulikubali. When the court decided to say that the BBI was, unconstitutional, sisi tulisema ni sawa. Na lazima ukubali, kuna kushindwa na kushinda by the end of the day. You cannot be between that. It's either you win or you lose by the end of the day. So right now, if the party leader, that is Bosika Wetangula, has been endorsed as the party leader, then these people are able now to consider that loss. Now, wakai chini, wafanye consultation. I'm sure they're going to get the remedy by the end of the day. Yes.
Yeah, and there is rumors.
And also to protect the image and the portrait of that particular party, let's wafanye consultation because people are looking for them. People are looking after them, by the way. And ukitembea hapa, nimetembea na wananchi kidogo, what they are saying, they are looking what is going to conspire by the end of the day at the Fort Kenya, because they have a lot of supporters. Almost, I can say 85% of residents of this particular area, they do support the Fort Kenya party. Because
you see the governor is on Fort Kenya.
Yeah, Fort Kenya, the women representative,
Senator
even some of
Fort
the
Kenya.
MCS,
almost all
that
the
particular
leaders.
party. So I think it is not only going to affect the interests of Moses Wetangula and Wamnyinyi, but also the interests of those people that are on the ground. Yes.
Yeah, and there are rumors that the speaker, hey, what? Senate speaker.
Senate speaker.
And there are rumors that the Senate Speaker, Kenneth Lusaka, will vie for governorship using the Ford Kenya ticket. If these rumors are true, what is the fate of the current governor, Wangamati?
Well, Governor Wangamati, and because I'm a member of this county, and I want to speak, in fact, I want to speak on behalf of the young people of this particular county. Because I've been able to mingle with people, young people who are aspiring, to become leaders. And where WW has not been able to reach to their grievances, that much. Because there are a lot of things that people, were anticipating from WW. And you remember in 2017, with the scandals of Wilbaro and the rest, there's no development, and money is just being used in a very bad way. So we were anticipating a good leader by the end of the day, and WW has been able to try in some sectors, but not as a whole, because vijana wana kazi sahi in this county. In fact, the basic and the strongest kind of constraints that is facing the people, young people of this particular county, is unemployment. I know it is a it's a global thing or a global challenge, but I'm considering this county because it is sisi tulizaliwa hapa. And you can say it doesn't make sense because right now I'm almost mid-30s. I'm almost there. And you see, I've been having the same challenges ever since I was born. So it means the leadership of this western region, it is not making sense. So according to me, Lusaka made a very terrible mistake because when it was his time, there are a lot of things that we anticipated from this town, especially from this town of ours, because this is the CBD, this is the center of Bungoma County, but things were not made here; they were made somewhere else. When you go very well, look at what we were talking about, the infrastructure, and the WW has been able now to complete some of those things. But since, regardless, he has been able to work on roads, I've told you he has not been able to touch an element of employment opportunities and vacancy to these young people. That's where the problem is. And also we have those traders who are doing informal businesses. They have had a lot of challenges. They have not been heard. They have not been heard at all. And I think it is the obligation of a county governor to be able to reach, because these are the people who voted for him. Now ofisi yake iko mbali, it is just there. And in fact, he should be working. Should be working to be able to listen to where the problem of the people is. And I think that is the kind of leadership that we want. This is ile mambo ya kitambo tulipita na wakati. We need to understand that our leaders should be able to reach the ground because we are the people who send them there. Sovereignty of the people begins when someone is in the office and they can be able to reach your grievances. That's where the sovereignty of the people is being practiced. People should be able to adhere with Article 1. not citizens but the leaders, because sisi ndo tuliwaeka pale. So according to me, when you are trying to compare Lusaka and WW currently, I can say there's a very big possibility of people going back, you know,
to Lusaka,
to say that Lusaka, you know, you made a terrible mistake, but you can do better. That is the statement.
Yeah, so what would that leave to Wangamati Sasa? Because we are seeing that he's like was in the faction that was fighting the party leader,
yes,
Moses Wetangula, and now maybe for Kenya picks Lusaka. What will happen to Wangamati?
Well, and people should understand that Wetangula is a person of interest, and Wetangula has a very big, you know, charismatism. Because you can't just neglect the element Wetangula, because without Wetangula, Bungoma politics itakuwa very glue. That's when you can take it to the bank. So I think kuna watu ambao wana support Wetangula in big numbers. And when you go against Wetangula, you are going against even your own position or the interest. That's what WW is doing. And I think, you know, democracy applies. WW, you know, is supporting his interest. And I think that's okay. The same to Amunyini and the rest. Because you cannot just be following someone because you want to protect your interest and you are feeling unafinywa. That's why kuna hiyo element of democracy, that people should support their interest. Yani ikuwe clear that you can support anywhere you want to support, as long as you feel you are free and you feel good where you are. That is the you know, the era that you are living right now. So I think WW, regardless he has gone, you know, you never know what conspired, because I do understand, it's my knowledge that Wetangula is the one who endorsed WW to become the governor, and through his charismatism we voted in for the WW. And I think if you go across this street, people even did not recognize WW at that time. But because Wetangula has been in this game and he has had of that, you know, charismatism on the ground, he was able to support WW, and people decided to vote for him. So I think, and I'm just praying that WW, you know, came back to his senses, our governor, and decided to, you know, to make a truce with Wetangula, because Chebet nimekwambia, we need to walk on the same page as Luya nation. And you see, tukikuwa na separation hapa chini, hapa juu, inamaanisha hapa chini pia kutakuwa na separation. Because like Bungoma can vote as a block. And I think we did well back in 2017. And I think it is, you know, in the hands of the senator and the governor of this particular county to be able to come together and salvage us. Because that is tuko na shida sisi. We have a problem. Watu wetu wana kazi. And the only people who can be able to put our, you know, our grievances to the front line, that these people, that is the governor and the senator. Hakuna watu wengine. So we are looking upon those particular people. And kama kutakuwa na cleavage between the two, because Senator Wetangula has not said he is going to, you know, to vie for gubernatorial seat.
Yeah.
So, and I think it will be also an advantage on WW that if he decided to come back to Wetangula 2022, maybe yeah, he can save the seat.
Yeah, na tukimalizia, there's a drive that has been going on by the IEBC, that is the voters registration, and the expectation of the IEBC has not been met because the turn up has been really low. Maybe as we wind up, maybe just give us what might be the reasons mbona wa Kenya, especially vijana, cause ni hao ndio walitarajia wapige, waende wajiandikishe kama wapiga kura, mbona hawaendi kuchukua kura? Na pia tukimalizia tu, I would like you to connect with just educate them, waeleze the importance of registering as voters, na pia just encourage them.
Surely, Chebet, today I was going through the newspaper and I felt very bad because I was looking at the statistics. Because it read 1.4 million votes, and the IBC was anticipating more than 6 million votes.
Yeah.
And I think that is very unfortunate. It means, and it brings to my understanding that we have young people who do not understand or who are not acknowledged with the, you know, the importance of voting in this country. And I think not only that is an obligation of the IBC to sensitize people, but also it is the obligation of the leaders, the political leaders, to be able to tell people how important, you know, the political process is. So, and you see, the most motive for this is we have been living in a world of handouts. We have been living in a world of, you know, blindfoldedness. We have been living in a world whereby our leaders, just use us during that particular process, and then after the election they go. So people wako na ile stereotype ya kwamba mimi hata nikivote it's not going to benefit me because I've been voting and there's no change, there's nothing. So I think a very big number of people have been influenced. Most parents have been telling the young, and I remember I was doing some sensitization, and I had a parent was telling the kid that mambo siasa wajana. And you see, this is a kid who has an identification card. This is a kid who is supposed to vote. This is a kid who has now reached that particular level that is on his responsibility to be able to choose the leader of his likes. So I think parents also have a very big responsibility when it comes to voter enlightenment on issues to do with kupiga kura. So mimi ningetaka kusema namna hii because ukiangalia number people tulikuwa tunatarajia vijana sana, young people. Kuna wale ambao wamemaliza form 4 na wako na identification card. Kuna wale ambao wamekuwa walishamaliza shule but through inajua kuna ile kuleta those documentation together ndio pewa ID kumekuwa na shida. But I want also to say that RBC have been able to do a very commendable job because na even the office of registrar of persons because tumeona watu wengi na hiyo ni kazi ya chief amechangia sana. Tumeona watu wengi wamepata ID. So if the IBC was be able to project 6 million voters, new registered voters, it means the office of registrar has been able to do a commendable job. So but the problem here is these people have not been enlightened on what importance is when you want to vote. Lakini pia wengine wao wamekuwa wanakashifiwa wakisema kwamba kuvote utavote lakini haitakusaidia by the end of the day. And I want to criticize those people who are giving very false information and very wrong information to young people. Nataka niambie vijana namna hii ya kwamba it is very imperative na ni muhimu sana uchukue kura yako. Kwa sababu gani? Ukisoma constitution inakwambia unaweza chagua mtu kupitia pale kwa debe peke yake, and that's where because we cannot be able to represent ourselves all of us in the National Assembly. It cannot happen. So that is the only process where we can be able now to represent you as a person to leadership positions. Na sisi tuko na shida, mabarabara zinatakana zijengwe, mambo na health issues, mambo na education, we are talking about bursaries. So usipochagua that member of parliament, nani unataka kusaidia huko mbele? Nataka niulize vijana maswali kama haya. Huyu mtu ambaye anataka kuchukua kiti atakuja pale na shilingi 50 akwambie fanya vurugu na hajakwambia ushike kura. So unaona hapo kuna shida. The first thing that we need to understand is that it is very important for us to pick that particular vote, so that tukienda pale tunajua huyu ambaye tunampigia kura ataweza kutu to be able to bring our our constraints to a solution, and that's where we need to go as a country.
And just remember, not voting is also voting, because if you don't vote then ule mwingine vote, meaning that you are making that leader mwenye labda hata kuleta ile maendeleo litaka aingie kwa hiyo kiti. Thank you so much Honorable Alex, and I hope that the IEBC will do a good job by sensitization of young Kenyans, because there is someone I was watching actually a news, na nikaona kijana wa shule akisema that hawezi enda nyumbani ni mbali, so hawezi enda hadi huko kuchukua kura yake. And the IEBC ilikuwa release information that the campus students, those in TVCs, colleges, they will just be registered kwa shule yao. But details zako zitakuwa zinawekwa penye unataka upigie kura. So the way nilikuwa nasikia huyo kijana akiongea, nikashangaa kama huyo ajui na ni mwanafunzi, meaning that IEBC haijafanya kazi nzuri kuhakikisha that wana hiyo information.
Well, but you see, the work of the IEBC, regardless, they have been moving around with those vehicles, trying to tell people what they're supposed to hear. But I think kuna ile watu wanaita tabia wa Kenya. Wa Kenya, see ati, because for you to reach Form 4, the moment you finish Form 4, there's just that knowledge that you're supposed to be hearing. Because people in your family they're talking about it. Watu huku nje wanaongea, majirani wanaongea about kupiga kura. So if you're interested in that particular process, definitely utataka kuinquire what is going on. Because right now the IBC, I can't blame the IBC because we had a consultative meeting with them. And the IBC have been able to do a very commendable job. Because for example here, in some of these particular wards, wameanza kufanya hata extension of polling stations. How? Because kuna zile shule ambao ama makanisa ambao zimewezwa pia kuweka kwa polling stations. So wanataka ku bring people on board. Ukisikia mtu ana complain, and these kids ziko kila mahali. You cannot just walk past maybe 100 meters kama hujakutana na kit. It is there. So I think huyo kijana ni ile tu tabia wa Kenya ambao vijana, and I want to tell young people, tafadhali, even aspirants, tafadhali, because tunasema ati leadership is all ni ya wazee. Leadership ikikuwa na wazee, wacha niulize swali, na sisi tutachukua lead. I want to tell you that this is the time, and especially youths, when you look at Article 55, it is very clear. The youths have a role to play into leadership positions. Na tusidanganye na mtu. Tuende tunajijua sisi wenyewe, and these positions and I want to tell people that let us go for these member of county assembly seats. They are very important, and I do believe that the foundation of future politics lies in these particular people, the young people. So nataka niambie watu, we are running a movement. It is called Young Aspirants Association, and we want to bring young people on board. We do, we are going to enlighten people on how leadership is important, and I want to tell people that, especially from this region of ours, we want to change this region through youth leadership. Please, tukuje pamoja na mambo itakuwa sawa sawa. Mtu asikudanganye, vote is very important, tafadhali mshike kura. Yes.
Yeah, much appreciation, Honorable Alex. Yes. I think that we come to the end of today's PLG, Politics, Leadership and Governance. Kama hujachukua kura na uko na ID, kindly go and register, because IBC ili extend your time kidogo, na usingoje pia ati hadi unajua Kenya tunaleta tabia ya nangoja hadi mwisho bado time iko time iko, then mwisho mnaenda mnarundikana wote pale. So kama uko na ID, just make hata si kitu itakuchukua muda mrefu sana, enda pale utapata na agent wa IBC and register as a voter. Thank you so much for keeping us the company throughout this program. My name is Rida Chebet Kering. Enjoy the rest of your viewing. See you next time.